Hello, everybody, and welcome to Down to Earth Podcast. Yes, you know I said it, Down to Earth Podcast. I'm your first co-host, Demario Dale Crosby. Just your second co-host,
Jeremy. We're just gonna stick with Jeremy today.
Oh, look at that, straight to the point. I like it. We're business today.
Yeah, trying.
So, I'm gonna throw the mic to you, man. How you been? How's things been going? Talk to me. Kind of a little update on you.
I've been sick as a dog.
Oh my god. I don't even know why I'm here.
No, man. Last week we talked about how the goal for the week was 4 days in the gym. That did not happen. I woke up Tuesday.
Unfortunately.
I woke up Tuesday. I wasn't feeling good. Wednesday, I left work early with a fever. I was in bed for 21 hours. I was hallucinating. Fucking pool of sweat in my bed.
Oh no.
It was every hour. I was like super hot, super cold.
You gotta
Boosted double decks. Come on, relax. Had to call off Thursday.
Damn.
Had closings on Friday, so I was just like, dude, I was on Dayquil, ibuprofen, electrolytes, nasal spray. I was on it all, just trying to. Yeah, I'm doing great. How are you guys? Knocked the closings out. Went home Friday.
Mm-hmm.
Couldn't really sleep anymore, so I just played the game for a little while. Couldn't read. My head was pounding. It was awful. I'm still feeling a little bit today. Throat hurts a little bit of a cough, but I'm all drugged up again, so we should be good to get a episode out of the way. Acting a fool.
Something's wrong.
How about you?
Week was pretty decent. The goal that I actually wanted to hit, which was the get a 9 on that role play, did not happen. Guess what I got, bro?
88.
89.9.
Damn.
Like, bro, just literally 1 centimeter off. So I gotta. I mean,
you had a stank face on after that, didn't you?
I was a little blue, but I was just like whatever. Like I don't want to be ready for something. I mean, past something I'm not ready for, whatever. Yeah. So it was like, all right, cool.
Well, it looks like we're both failures. You tuned into the wrong channel.
Right. But so that happened. Other than that, just kind of been busy.
Busy DoorDash weekend too, right? Came out by me.
I actually drove all the way out. As you guys know, I'm in Downers Grove. I drove all the way out to Orland Park.
Legal properties?
I mean, they know where I'm at. I said this before. Talking about legal properties. Like I said, the address.
18447 right. Butterfield Road.
But so I was out there. I DoorDash for a lot. And yeah, I've been getting recently back into like the eBay stuff. I kind of got away from it since I've been like heavy in the sales. But ever since this the role play thing passed, I've been more into that, trying to buy stuff and flip stuff. Went to some estate sales, some garage sales with my girl, so pretty decent week.
Nice.
I can't complain. I'm not sick or anything, but if I do get sick, it will be because of this situation today.
No. There's no proof. There'd be no proof.
But yeah. So so we kind of wanted to go into. We got a question from one of our guys. Shout out to Mr. Lucas. We have a question for him. Then we kind of have some things we just wanted to go over and talk about. So do you want to get into the question first, or do you kind of want me to go into what I wanted to go to? What you thinking? Where's your mindset at?
Yeah, let's go. I'm going to backtrack to the sick thing. I want to bring something up with that.
Okay.
It's crazy to me, and I've seen videos and like little clips before of people saying, you want all this money, you want all that stuff, but what do you want when you're sick? And the answer will always be like to feel better. Like if you could have $1 million right now or feel better, depending on how sick you are, obviously, you'd always want to feel better.
Yeah.
And I think that's a positive mindset that you can equip when you're not feeling sick, to kind of just put everything in perspective of realistic timelines of getting to success and stuff like that. Because you're always not going to be at 100%. You're always not going to be operating. And I'm not even sickness wise. Yeah. You could be tired a little bit. You might just be out of it. You might have a busier schedule, bad thoughts, in a little depression state, whatever. But yeah, man, like these last few days, I haven't thought about making $1 million. I haven't thought about flipping properties. I haven't thought about working. I've just been like, I haven't thought about poker. I haven't even really been playing games that much. We didn't even game this weekend.
Look, you didn't.
Right. And like all I was thinking, I'm just laying there like, I would give anything right now to feel back to 100% before I felt sick. And you never really feel that until you're actually sick. And you just take those days kind of for granted. So I can't even imagine what it's like living with like an autoimmune disorder or something crazy where you're always disadvantaged in either your breathing or your day-to-day life. And obviously there's extreme cases of stuff that you can have, cancer, stuff like that. But
that's very true.
I think that kind of puts it into perspective of a realistic timeline that, you're not going to get everything you want right away. And being sick it sucks.
Yeah. What I visualize you is in your room in the dark listening to Drake.
I couldn't even listen.
Dude,
I had it so quiet in my room. That's why I started hallucinating. I had no light and nothing, and my head's just spinning, and I'm just laying there. And then I'm like going back in time and seeing old stuff play out, and then it was crazy. I was going through it because I was on like a fever, on the verge of like a fever and not a fever for like 6 straight hours.
I'm good on that.
It was like 101, 102, back to 98, 101, 102, back to 98, and my head was just. Then I'd like get up, open the door, and like a vampire. No, I don't wish that on anybody. And that was just like a baby flu. Well, it may be more than a baby flu.
I was gonna say
I ain't no
that's
bitch.
not. I ain't no bitch. But no, that's a very, very good perspective, to be honest, to like think of it that way, because usually you don't like. And I don't know. I haven't been sick in a while, and like. Yeah, I don't want to at all.
Yeah, no, I know.
I don't, but like.
I usually only get sick once every 2 years, but when I do, it's bad.
Oh, really?
So, and I haven't been sick since COVID first started, and that was 2-3 years ago.
Now he got it. He in there.
I know. I'm like, oh, God.
Crying in them. So, like, could you said that, you being sick, you don't really want to do anything or anything like that. So, like, you said Friday you had a bunch of closing and stuff. Like, would you say that was an intense, like, day? Like, the whole day? Or like...
It felt good because the 2 days prior, I was in bed for 21 hours.
Right,
so it was like, I got the fresh air. I got to go out there.
Okay.
And, lucky enough for me, there wasn't any issues. There were super smooth closings.
Oh,
it was in and out. There were no problems. I didn't have to call the bank. There wasn't stuff like that. So we were in and out. And I felt accomplished after that day, after not doing anything for the couple days before. And that was another point I wanted to bring up. I'm curious, and obviously I don't have anybody that I could really ask, but what if I did have my business set up right now, or I did have a lot of stuff going on, where if I did get really sick, stuff still needs to be done? Because obviously this time I got sick, I'm not coming into work today. You guys figure out how you're going to handle the closings.
I'm laying down.
And that's what it is. I'm an employee.
Yeah.
I have my rights.
That's
I'm
true.
sick. I didn't have anything I had to do at home. Nobody has any expectations of me to do stuff. And everything is just recover to my speed. My boss is like, if you need an extra day, you just let me know and I'll take you off the schedule. But what if I was at a point in my life where I have all of this stuff built? What if we're in the middle of closing a couple deals on my real estate side of stuff, buying and selling? Like, you can't take a sick day from that. We're supposed to close tomorrow and I got negotiations that got to get done. So I'm curious. I might look something up of like how high level business people handle when like they literally are dying. Super sick, flu, something, because all you ever see, like Harvey Specter's never sick in the TV show, and he's always on top of everything, but that's not realistic.
Yeah.
So, I'm curious how I would act if I would just drug up and just fight through the days and get stuff done, because you can't just crawl into bed. You just got to get it done.
I would say, like, based off where I'm at, I would probably have to like fight through that and be like, fuck, like,
you could do a day right now without doing anything.
I mean, no, that's true. But I'm just saying, if from the situation that you just stated, that like if I was really sick, like how you were for this whole week,
I'm talking sweating,
like how you were, right? Like hallucinating, like I would say that I would probably have to like power through that, like I would probably have to I would have to balance it out where I'm sleep and like for like 6 hours or something, then get up and do something for like 2 or 3, like
and just fight through it.
Like I have to do a little something, like but that's very good. He was thinking of that.
Dude, but I'm being honest. Like that whole time, not a single thought about anything real estate, anything success. Like it was really weird to think all the stuff that we talk about on the podcast and bettering ourselves and all that stuff all went out the window. I didn't want to work out. I didn't want to go to the gym. I didn't want to make healthy food. I went to Walgreens and got pre-made chicken noodle soup.
Poured in a bowl. He good.
No, it came in. I got the pre-cuts.
Oh, you're not
just,
playing.
You
You're
put it
not
in the microwave, bro. But yeah, I didn't think of anything. No, I didn't think of how much money's in my bank account. When are my bills due? All of that went out the window. And that was probably the first time that I've been sick where I actually looked at it like that after the fact. Because before I wasn't thinking that at all. But just yesterday and even today on my way to come do this, I was like, man, I haven't thought about anything about making myself better or business, anything at all. I thought that was super crazy to me. That you could just shift and be a totally different person when you're sick. And the only thing that matters is living. I wasn't afraid that I was going to die, but your mind goes into like that fight or flight of you need to do everything you can to just be better.
Right. I feel that.
That's crazy.
Yeah. That's actually like a really good.
That's pure survival. That's pure survival.
That was good. I like that.
Because you strip everything away, humanity about survival, all that other stuff doesn't matter. The clothes that you want, the cars, the success, the friends, the family, nothing. You are what matters at the end of the day. So yeah, so that was big. That was big.
You're a Walking Dead.
I'm putting that. I'm writing that in my book.
What's the title of your book gonna be called?
Living.
See, I knew you had it already.
Simple.
But
nobody better take that. That's a good one. Living with Germax.
I wanted to switch gears and kind of talk about something that I've been kind of going through. I recently just got back on social media and download everything back on my phone, and it felt good. So I'm like, wow, I feel like connected again. Like when shout out to Leaf texted in group chat, I was there to respond. I'm like, bet, all right.
Oh yeah, I saw you. I was like, oh, he's back.
And I actually got back on there because a group of homies from Best Buy had got together and linked up with them, and it just felt, I don't know, it just felt good to be connected and everything. But one thing that I like realized and like a big like epiphany that I had was like, social media and stuff isn't bad. There's a lot of stuff that's like I had to get myself back used to seeing dumb shit. And seeing it kind of blew my mind at first. I'm just like, why? Like, I would look through my feed and it's just like people fighting and like just dumb shit, bro. And I'm just like, come on, man, like whatever. But I'm like, okay. At the same time, I'm not gonna judge whatever. This is what it's for, like to entertain and shit like that. Okay, cool. But one thing I realized is that like what I had to do, and I guess the biggest reason why I did like stop social media for a little bit was because I had to reset like my foundational habits, right? So what I mean by that is that like every time I open my phone, I would open it up and I would go directly to like Facebook or like Instagram and I'll just scroll. Yeah. Scroll, maybe post something, scroll, whatever. And like I'm on there, like I used to be on there for like a decent amount of time. Or like TikTok even, just scroll. But like now I'm like, okay, I don't have the habit to like just jump in those apps to like scroll. And like everything's more like I'm thinking like, okay, like
there's a reason to open the app.
You know what I mean? Like if I get on TikTok, okay, like I can scroll, but okay, why don't I use it for something that's gonna be like beneficial? Like okay, like TikTok has a lot of information on it. Let's be honest. Like,
bro, their search engine in TikTok is like better than Google.
Bro, it's crazy.
Garage sailing tips, boom, instantly. The whole feed of garage tips.
And like that's what I did. So like I'm like, okay, let me see a bunch of stuff for eBay. Let me see a bunch of stuff for Amazon, and like. The thing that's so good about TikTok is it's like 10, 15 seconds. Boom.
Yeah.
And it's like I just got like so much value in like the last 10 minutes and it's like, Jesus, bro. But like I said, just those foundational goals, those foundational habits of just like, okay, now I don't have the habit to go into Facebook how I used to. Now I'm telling myself, okay, the new habit now is if I get on there, the first thing you have to do is look at something beneficial. After that, then you can play around a little bit. Yeah. But you have like a 5-10 minute timer of much of playing around and then get off of it. So I think sometimes that you need to reset things like patterns and like your habits and stuff. You need to reset it and look at it from a different perspective. That's why I kind of appreciated what you said about being sick. Like, that's a totally, like I never thought about that perspective, and like I never actually even like thought about that. Like I don't know how it would feel if I didn't think about like what I want in the future.
It's crazy, bro. It's crazy. I can't even put into words the entire feeling of it.
Like the shit that I'm doing is for like that, you know what I mean? And like I'm thinking about it a lot, like, and having like 5 days of not even thinking about that stuff. I don't even know what that looks like.
Yeah.
Like I would probably just play the game all fucking day, or sleep. I don't know.
Yeah,
but like,
both, whatever.
Jesus,
Literally nothing. You just want to turn your brain off.
Literally. So that's why I appreciated that, and that was kind of just my perspective on getting back. So I am back. You know, I'm responding. I got a lot of messages. I had to like hit up some people because some people hit me up, and
Right. Some people don't know that you went offline,
and like they're like this. But like we also said, that doesn't matter because you come first. So
right. Exactly.
Exactly.
Right.
So, but that was my little 2 cents I wanted to throw in there. Your boy back on the social. All right, get back posting someone or something. But we'll see. I'm gonna try to use it a lot more. Like
I think I'm gonna start diving more into that TikTok search bar.
Oh, dude, I love.
I think the best part is Google. When you Google something, you got to like go link and then back and then to the link and then back into the link. But TikTok, it almost like creates a For You page because you could click on the video. And then when you scroll, it stays with that search bar at the top.
It stays.
So if I put in like Realtor Tips 2023 in a seller's market, and I click the first video, when I flip, it'll be stuff from all types of different people in different places, all under that. And then if I want to like jump course to, starting a burger stand, starting a hot dog stand,
they gonna give you
everything.
They gonna give you all.
It's almost better than YouTube in a way too, because shorts, you can't really search shorts on YouTube.
Yeah, I was trying to, but like
you can type in like Walking Dead and get basic stuff, but you can't really get deep, streamlined. TikTok is 100% streamlined.
They give you all. They don't care. Oh, you want to see burgers? We got hot burgers. We got cold ones.
But it's crazy to think of that, especially something as gigantic and so used of TikTok. I'd still guess that 99.9% of people on TikTok only use the For You page.
Yeah. That
because it's catered for you to just keep flipping, and it's psychologically locking you into that. And I bet people only really look it up if they see something
and then,
like, oh, did you see this TikTok? No. And then you go and search it, just some dumb shit, right? Some random fight or the conclusion of something. I wonder how many people are actually out there using it to find exactly what they're trying to do with their life or, anything. Video game strategies if you're a gamer, poker. I've looked up poker strategies sometimes.
And they actually give you like decent decent stuff that you can take, bro. Like it's not just like some dumb stuff. You like okay, like you got to scroll through like 15 videos. It's like the first 5 videos
you're categorized under that whatever you look under. Otherwise, it wouldn't pop up on the algorithm. Mm-hmm. So then so I'm gonna start using the search bar for that, and then my For You page. I like seeing the dumb shit.
I mean, bro, I'm not gonna lie to you. That's one thing I like do miss though is like there's some shit that just take me out, bro.
It's terrible.
It's just hilarious, and like just having that here and there is always good. So like, yeah, I definitely didn't want to come back and like just be like super negative and be like, oh, this is not worth my time. This that like I don't want to do that. And
but everything can be just you just have to use it the right way.
Exactly. So like, again, I'm gonna keep saying it. That's why I appreciated your perspective on that because everything that you do can be thought a different way and like flip to where it can either benefit you or not or whatever. Like you can just find something like different. So like.
Yeah, that's why I love it. Kind of a side note, but like even movies now, I watch movies with such a different mindset.
Facts, bro.
And I'm not even talking like business movies.
Not even.
Like I'll pull out stuff from, and even if I'm watching it with somebody, I won't even name names or anything, like either girls or whoever, for regular friends, and I'll connect with somebody like, oh, did you get that? And they're just like, just watching the movie as what it is, right?
Yeah,
but me, it's almost like music lyrics after a while. Where you'll kind of connect to something. I get that in the movie like right away. I'm like, oh damn, I'm piecing stuff together and I'm like pulling it out and attaching it to real life instead of using it as a form of entertainment, which, like the last time I went to a movie and watched it for pure comedic value was when
Don't say it.
When we saw Sausage Party. Oh, that was a wild time. That was insane.
That was wild.
But back to like now, like anything I see and I'll watch, I don't take it at face value. I go for the deeper meaning that probably the director is kind of pulling out of it when they're creating it or the writers are trying to put out there.
Yeah.
So yeah, just a little maturity difference, I guess. Not just, hey, let's go waste 2 hours watch a movie and be like, oh my God, the ending was amazing. But I'm ended up pulling out quotes from the beginning, the middle, the end, and seeing how I can maybe apply that to my life in some way to better myself.
I'm going to add on that, and then I guess we can get into Mr. Lucas' question. But to add to that, like a thing that I've been like realizing is that, you know, when we have our like, let's say like Drake drops a song, right, and it's decent, like it slaps, right, and you keep listening to it over and over and over, like without you like realizing you gonna know those lyrics, like spot on, right? And I'm thinking to myself like, I'll learn something new for like sales, for instance, and I'm like, damn, this shit kind of hard, this da 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 da. Then I think to myself, I'm like, if I just treat this like it's my favorite Drake song, and just
keep doing it, yeah.
Like after a while, it's just gonna like I'm gonna be able to like state it just like that. So I kind of just shift my mind on that and like using that, because I feel like people want to be taught or like coached or whatever like with entertainment though. Like we can like I guess that's the way to like learn stuff. Like you were just saying, like when you watch movies, like you watch this entertainment, yeah, it's like fun, but there's a thin line of like a solid straight of like knowledge or like some gems or whatever. So that was just my point. I wanted to pop up there.
You know, it's funny. What if when you read a book, the only way to get to the next chapter was if you read the chapter 3 times?
You know, actually, if that would probably like change.
Instead of going through the book once and then going through the book twice, what if, almost like, you know, in school you do quizzes, you do a couple quizzes that lead to the test that is a combination of all those quizzes? I might be putting something together here,
yeah, I think so.
But instead of going from chapter 1 to chapter 2, if it's a book that you're actually trying to pull value out of, instead of, because, you know, a chapter is an idea, right?
Correct.
And then a different chapter is a different idea to apply to whatever, say, the business book that you're reading.
Correct.
What if you just stay on that first chapter and tell yourself, I'm not reading chapter 2 until I read this chapter 3 times, and I pull as much value as I personally can out of it? Then, because you're going to read it 3 different times for sure.
And you're gonna,
and then you take your notes, you do whatever, you apply it in however you can. You know, that chapter 1 might end up being, you know, 3 days. If you read a chapter a day, that's the same chapter for 3 days that you're kind of just putting repetition. Then now you're on chapter 2, maybe another 3 days, chapter 2, chapter 2, chapter 2, and extracting as much value as you can, because you're not going to read it the same as the first time.
You're not, because you got a little different perspective, a little different point of view.
When you listen to stuff and when you read stuff and an idea pops up, so like say you're reading, right, and then right here an idea pops up. You're still reading, but your mind is still on a certain idea.
Yeah. Ooh, that's good. That's good.
When you jump back in that first chapter again, you're going to read past that. You're not going to come up with the same idea. So now maybe you're over here, and then now you go on another idea tangent. You've already read this, but now you're actually understanding this part more that you've already read, but you haven't comprehended.
Yeah.
Now you're on a new train of that. So then the same thing. And then now you read all this. Now you're on this one on day 3, and you get another new little idea blip. And you put stuff together, and now you know that.
That's facts.
Now you just turned one whole book into maybe 3 books of ideas.
That's facts.
Oh, join my masterclass. Hey, join my masterclass. Hey, you need some hand sanitizer. Slow.
Yeah, you're right. Why is he putting that?
Just a quick brief intermission.
Yeah, because I'm not trying to get sick fucking around with you. But
hey, chill out.
To dive into Mr. Lucas' question, I have to say ain't none here.
I've been using it, bro. Sorry.
You know, you want me to start, or do you want to ask me first, or what are you thinking? I'll ask you first. All right, so his question was, he said, when was the first time you told someone you love her or him last time, and what were the differences, if any, in your love?
Okay, so when was the first time you said you loved somebody, and what was the last time you said you loved somebody?
Okay, because I was going to say.
Well, I think the answer, and not family, this is pure relationship
not family?
status. No, not family.
Okay.
Family doesn't count.
Okay.
Okay. First time's definitely, nobody was really saying love in like grade school or anything. Probably high school was the first time. Then I was like, I love you. And you mean it too, but the crazy part is if I think back in if I look back and think on that term love,
Mm-hmm.
I don't think I can say that it carried any weight. Any weight.
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't
Mm-hmm.
said to like, you know, get what I wanted in the moment. It was never used like that. Some people might use it like that. I think it came from.
What you mean?
Well, sometimes you just say "I love you," and, oh my god, and they fade and they fall all over you. You know.
I feel it.
I always meant it, but I don't think I even knew what that.
What
was.
it actually like? What was your definition of?
I don't know if I had. It just meant I like you a lot.
Mm.
I like you a lot, so I'm gonna say that I love you.
Mm.
And then
Do you feel like? Sorry to cut you off. Do you feel like you had to say it?
Not that time.
What the fuck?
Not the first time I said it, but as
after that, it was like I have to say it.
No. As it
explain
progressed through different people that I said it to,
Okay.
it got to a point where, like, I remember one relationship, I didn't say it first.
Mm-hmm.
They said it,
Mm-hmm.
and I had like a instant dilemma in my head of like, am I just gonna not say it and cause some fight or
ruckus, yeah.
whatever bullshit that's gonna come from that?
Right.
And I was like, no, I'll just say it because I mean, if I'm in the relationship, I have to a little bit, and I'll kind of have that quick little conversation in my head, and then I'll just be like, oh yeah, I love you too. Okay. And then towards the last time I said it, last time versus the first time probably carried a lot of weight because I actually knew the meaning of that term.
And like what your meaning of it
thought
was.
that I understood my meaning of it, and it's coming from a place of, you know, love you, only you know, jump in front of a bullet for you, like that kind of love type stuff, right? Versus the first time was just words. The last time is more of a call to action, where I'm willing to defend that and why I would be saying that.
Mm-hmm.
And then I would say now, this isn't a part of it, but I'll go to now, because I could go to now because I'm single. So now it's going to take so much for me to be able to say that.
Mm.
Like, I'm talking like a lot. And I would not be, and it will not be an issue if the next person that I'm with says it first and I'm not comfortable saying it, I'm not fucking saying it.
Mm.
And if they want to know why, then I'll explain to them why. Because the next time I want to say it, I want it to be the last time I say it.
You only want to say it once and that's it? I'm just playing.
See, you can never be
Blue.
serious. That shit's crazy to me. I'm over here pouring my heart out to the viewers on the Down to Earth podcast. But no, so first time, it was just a word.
Okay.
In the middle, and all the other times, got closer and closer to a call to action of me fully trying to understand what that word is.
Mm-hmm.
And then now, I don't know if I can say once again that I do know what it means.
Mm-hmm.
I would need to be shown or have just some random feeling.
Mm-hmm.
But even if I got in a relationship tomorrow, it's probably gonna be a while till I use that word. Like, I would want to know the ins and outs of everything, you know, future plans, all that stuff. So I don't plan on dropping that word anytime soon.
Just to drop it. Yeah.
Yeah.
You want to make
Even
sure
if I get starstruck and all that stuff, like, it's like, you know,
it happens.
no, but
you get starstruck.
No. Yeah, I'll get starstruck. That's
what I'm
cool and
saying.
stuff. But I'm not. That's not going to be an excuse that I use that powerful.
Correct.
That powerful sentence.
What's that sentence?
I love you. You just want to hear it. I love you, Mario.
No, I didn't. Okay, I got you. For me, when I first said it, I feel like it was something that just like had to be said. Like it was like a forceful thing, regardless of
when.
In like
grade school, high school, middle school.
High school.
Yeah. Okay.
I think high school is probably when I like actually like use it. But like, it was more of a like, damn, I have to say it. Like we've been doing this for a little bit now, so like, if I don't say it, I feel like that's kind of fucked up.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know if I maybe put that thought inside my head, like myself, like, just say it, dude. Doesn't matter if you like, you know, like if you ask me like, what is it? Back in the day, if you asked me like, what does it mean? I'd be like, well, I just really care for this person, I guess. Like,
yeah, exactly.
you know, like, yeah. But now, how I use it and say it, and you know, I'm in a relationship, so I'm saying it like every day. But when I'm saying it now, I understand like levels to what I mean by that. It's not just okay, you're the person that I'm here with and I'm comfortable saying it towards you. It's more of a, I love you because of this. I love you because of this. But also because I believe this. Like, I have like a a book that I can go off and be like, okay, like when I say I love you, it's in different. I mean it in different like meanings.
Mm-hmm.
So I love you, and that means for the stuff that you do for me that I don't have to ask you, but you always do for me. And the next one could be I love you because every time with you, I have a fucking amazing, like, I have a good time. Or the other one could be, even when we get into arguments. So it's just like, it's levels to the shit now. And like, I have like detail. I don't want to fucking start saying like, but I keep fucking saying it.
You've been saying it 8 episodes.
I'll take it. I'm just going to keep saying that shit until it fucking like gets out. But
like gets out, yeah.
There's levels to it.
So is it still ever evolving, or do you think that you've mastered the meaning of that?
I think that it has to keep evolving. It has to. If it doesn't, then I feel like that's when I would get complacent and lazy, and I'll start doing stuff that's not fucked up, but like I'll do stuff that I think that doesn't matter.
Mm-hmm.
In reality, like it holds a lot of weight.
Mm-hmm.
So I think it always has to be evolving and moving to a direction, and me like figuring out different things and like just asking myself like, how do I feel right now? Do I love? You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And it has to. That's just what I think, though. It has to.
So then let me add another level to that then.
Talk to me.
Because since I'm not in a relationship, I can't have this level. You guys have been dating for X amount of years. Is it different from the first time that you said it towards now?
Mm-hmm. From the first time, from now?
Like, was it still like, just two kids in love when you guys said it the first time? Kind of just out of, I love you, I love you too.
Nah, because I liked her a while ago.
But did it still... But liking someone before and loving them is totally different.
Well, yeah. I don't know. I feel like it's still... Like, it's always been there. Like, with this person, when I use it, it wasn't ever just use it just because. It's right. Like a...
But
I didn't say it until,
saying it when you guys first started saying it to now, is it a lot different, or is it just evolved?
It just evolves.
Yeah.
It's not a lot different, no. It just evolves. It's just like... It's a habit now, like
yeah.
But I have to, again, like I said, I have to define that habit. I can't just let that habit just be some thing.
Right, just words.
You know what I mean?
Right.
Like I have, like every time I say it, I think to myself, okay, like what do I mean by that?
Mm-hmm.
Like yeah.
I wake up and tell myself I love me.
I actually started doing that too, though. Like, cause I mean, I think who was it? I think it was Mel Robbins. Shout out to Mel Robbins. She 2 things I got from her. I want to read her book, but we talked about the 5 minute, like, not 5 minutes, the 5 second rule, whatever. Like, get out of bed, like, count to 5.
Yeah.
And, like, get out of bed. But another thing that
she's the one with the, like, when an idea comes up that you want to do, you got to do it right away. Your brain will tell you not to protect you. Yeah, exactly. I brought her up a couple times before.
And then a thing that she, like, started doing that I saw on YouTube was she'll wake up in the morning and she would look in the mirror and she would put her hand on the mirror like she's like touching herself, and she's like, I love you, and like basically like getting her, like telling herself all this,
like self-affirmations.
Yeah. Exactly. But like giving yourself that like contact, contact, and then saying like I love you and stuff. Like you doing that every day would probably do a lot for you.
Yeah.
Like you might not understand it or like see
it.
Max,
you are the best. I'm gonna do that every day.
And like you hearing that you're the best, and when stuff comes up where you need to be the best, you have no problem with like...
Because you'll just have that little voice in the back saying, bro, this
ain't
time. Shit. This ain't shit. This is what you here for. And crank that shit out.
Let's go, everybody. So I think that was huge, and I started, like, I don't do it, like, as much as I want to. Like, I do it every once in a while. Or just be like, I'll just tell myself, hey, tomorrow Crossing today's going to be a good day. Like, like, just stuff like that. And I think that does wonders for you, but... having that as a habit is like, what would that do for you? Yeah. And like the moments that it needs to do that for you, because like
it probably be that little like the angel on the shoulder.
Exactly. Yeah. So, like a thing that's been like for me that I can relate to by saying this is like with the eBay sales, right? Like it went the beginning of this month, I wasn't selling anything, and I'm doing everything that like got me to a good point last month.
Right.
And I'm asking myself, I'm doing all the same stuff. Why am I not getting the same results? And like, it just got really stressful.
Mm-hmm.
And like, me telling myself reminders of every day, I'm like, you're the best at this, or you always can figure out something, or you're a problem solver, and like
helps in those moments.
It helps, bro, because there'll be things that, like you said, bro, when you read the book, there's thoughts that come to you, and there's things that come to me at certain moments when I'm doing something, I'm struggling, and I'm like, oh shit, let me do this really quick. So, prime example.
And then put you on a whole different path.
Prime example, right? You remember those masks I got? Those Guardian of the Galaxy masks? So I have hard time selling them. They're not selling on Amazon, they're not selling on eBay, they're not selling anywhere. So I was like, all right, I need to do something else. So I lowered the price to like 60, 80 bucks, whatever. That's not a profit for me, but whatever. Sold. So I'm okay.
All of them?
No. Just that one.
Oh, gotcha.
And then I did it again. It sold.
With a little higher money?
No. Same amount.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
And then I did it again, sold again. So like that's 3 times. Okay, cool. So now I'm on my 4th time, and I, upped it a little bit. I'm gonna see like what happens, but that was a thought that came to me, and I was like, let me just do it finally and stop bullshitting. So
that felt good to get those masks out because I know you've been sitting on those big ass boxes.
Yeah, bro.
What do you got? So 7 left?
Yeah. And the goal is get them out
Get them out.
So yeah, now that I'm actively going out there again and like
getting stuff.
Bro, Orland's is decent, bro.
I'm telling you. Hey,
Orland's decent.
Come to Orland.
Bro, Orland's decent. Like, it's not a bad neighborhood. Like down there when I was driving it was probably like 10 at night. I'm thinking to myself, like, damn, when I go to somebody's house, I'm gonna be tweaking a little bit because I don't know where I'm at, whatever.
Oh, yeah.
I was out there, it's decent.
And I love that area for delivering too because everything's easy to get to.
Bro, I have not, that whole day I was out there for a minute. I did not go to like any apartment building. Everything was houses.
There's not really any.
That's what I realized.
There's one complex by Harlem.
I never touched that one.
And it's a nice one. Yeah.
Man,
when you're delivering to houses all night and like the GPS is working well and everybody actually has like lights on the door numbers.
Bro, you talking smooth, man. The only thing was like a Popeyes order I had and they took forever, bro.
Oh, but that's a restaurant.
Yeah.
But the delivery was probably simple.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Real quick.
Yeah, I'm a fan. When I used to do the pizza driving and stuff, it's like, oh yeah, the apartment, and it's like you got to go inside, like you have to drive through, and there's 20 fucking buildings.
20 buildings.
We used to have a book at Nancy's.
I remember that
the maps.
actually.
We're like, oh yeah, hey, when you pull in here, you're gonna want to go to this one and that one. It's pitch black outside. They got no lights, and then
bro, I hate it.
Hey, bro, can you meet me outside or something?
You gave me that book and was like, just go and do that. I'm like, bro, this don't make any sense. But no. Yeah, I was over there the other day, like I told you before, we were on the pod, and it brought me back to that when I used to work there, like and help you out a little bit.
It's so easy houses because you just park on the street or pull into the driveway, and it's just like in and out. You don't got to worry about like a lot of cross traffic. It's lit out there. It's nice out there. I like it. Big roads, wide roads. Not everything is just like one lane.
Yeah.
Simple.
Literally. I think I'm gonna make that a weekend thing.
I love easy things. I don't know where I was trying to go.
I was gonna say what?
I just wanted to bring it back to the love thing.
Well, thank you guys for tuning in. You have any last words? Anything? Any motivational?
I love you guys.
There it is. Self-love is the best love. I'm trying to give that up. But thank you guys for tuning in. Thank you guys for being here for another episode. Thank you guys for the questions that you sent in. Thank you for your time. Thank you for the likes, comments, subscribes. And we shall see you guys next week.
Peace.
Peace.